To the deep dive. Today, you and I are setting off on a really unique journey. We're going to kind of challenge what it means to be informed, maybe, to see just how much meaning we can actually pull from something that seems like, well, almost nothing. Okay, let's unpack this. Our source material today is called Excerpts from the Monkey's Tale. And here's the kicker, right? The entire excerpt, the single piece we're diving into is just one word. That word is monkey. Yep, just monkey. No context, no sentences, nothing else from this bigger tale. It's incredibly concise, almost like a riddle. But our mission today, really, is to show you how even this tiny piece can be just packed with potential meaning, how it can spark, real insight. This isn't about digging through mountains of data. It's more about the power of focusing intently on one thing, like an intellectual agility test. And to help us kind of navigate this fascinating challenge, I'm really happy to have our expert guide here with us.
It's a brilliant setup, actually, and quite playful, as you said. The way the title is phrased, excerpts from the monkey's tale, and then it just leads to the single word monkey. Well, it definitely grabs your attention. What's really fascinating here, I think, is that deliberate choice. Just presenting this word. It's like imagine being handed one perfect little jewel and asked to picture the entire treasure chest it came from. It forces us right away to think about the core essence of what monkey might mean in a story without any other clues at all. So yeah, this isn't just a quick look. It's more like an exercise in intellectual alchemy, maybe? We're going to explore all the layers of meaning, the implications packed into this apparently simple word. It kind of proves that sometimes the smallest input can be the biggest trigger for, deep thinking and real curiosity.
I absolutely agree. It's like the ultimate Rorschach test, but for storytelling. So let's maybe start right there with that first spark.
Yeah.
When you hear the monkey's tale and then just monkey, what's the first thing, maybe even subconsciously, that pops into your head? What kind of story does it hint at for you?
That's a great way to describe it, a Rorschach test. Yeah. For most people, I think monkey carries this huge archetypal power. And what I mean by that is it taps into these really deep, almost universal patterns in how humans tell stories and experience the world. It's a symbol that resonates, It brings certain characteristics to mind almost instantly, like agility, for instance. You picture a monkey swinging, climbing. That suggests a character who's quick, maybe resourceful, perhaps an escape artist or a nimble explorer.
Boy.
Then there's intelligence. Monkeys are often shown as clever, right? Problem solvers, sometimes even cunning. So that makes you think of tales involving wit or strategy, maybe outsmarting someone bigger or stronger. And what about curiosity? They're always shown exploring, poking at things. That hints at stories about discovery, adventure, or maybe even getting into trouble because they just can't help but investigate. And then there's mischief and mimicry, too. The trickster figure, often shows up as a monkey, which suggests fables about pranks or social commentary through imitation or maybe learning lessons about deception. These aren't like scientific facts about primates we're listing, but the common human associations we attach to the word itself.
So it's less about the literal animal sometimes and more about the idea of monkey that exists in our sort of shared cultural brain.
Yeah.
That makes a lot of sense. Now, if we link this back to the title, The Monkey's Tale, that itself seems to nudge our imagination even more, doesn't it? Towards certain kinds of stories. Is it a fable, like you said? Or maybe a big adventure? Or maybe something darker, a cautionary tale?
Precisely. Yeah, the title sets a stage. A tale implies a narrative structure, right?
Yeah.
Usually a beginning, middle, end, maybe a point or a lesson. So when you hear the monkey's tale, your mind just automatically starts sketching out possibilities. Is it a classic fable, with a clear moral about, say, vanity or cleverness being rewarded? Or maybe it's an adventure story. A monkey protagonist on some dangerous